When setting up your wireless clients, if you're dealing with Windows boxes, Windows from XP and on uses the wireless zero configuration mechanism to configure wireless for your laptop or PC with a wireless card. You're limited as far as the overall zero configuration to pre-shared key, but it's certainly capable of doing EAP 802.1x based authentication, as well as advanced encryption capabilities if your card supports it, up to WPA2 running AES. Now, Cisco also has a compatibility extension program that's designed to help the deployment of various third-party clients into a Cisco-built wireless network. So there's a lot of different vendors that support the Cisco compatible extensions program. Cisco also has its own form of secure client services that are available both on a wired and wireless side of the house. Lastly, let's talk about some common issues and some troubleshooting techniques you might consider for your wireless networks. Now, most of the things you're going to run into are usually due to incorrect configuration. Check the channels that you're running. Make sure you're using 1, 6, and 11. Make sure that there's nobody else competing for that. Generally, I recommend using tools like the same kind of hacking tools that hackers use. There's a great tool out there that all the war drivers use. It's called it's called NetStumbler. And NetStumbler is a great tool for a simple site survey. It's not as advanced as some of the great Cisco site survey tools or other types of commercial tools that you might get from a company like Network General that has the Sniffer Pro product, and they also have a wireless product as well for doing site surveys. But it's a great tool just to test and find out if there's any other access points that are talking and what channels they're talking on in the general vicinity of where you're trying to deploy wireless. So you can turn on NetStumbler, or on my Macintosh I use a program called iStumble to discover what kind of wireless networks that are currently around you and what channels they're communicating on, and from where you're standing, what kind of signal you have to the access point. So that's usually a great way to discover some of the basic problems you might have and to start identifying any kind of incorrect configurations you have. Other potential problems, your devices aren't connecting properly, the radios aren't turned on. A lot of the Cisco access points that you deploy, the radios aren't turned on by default, and many administrators have discovered that that things don't work after deployment because they never turn the radios on. Having your antennas not pointed properly and oriented correctly to the coverage area that you're trying to have clients connect to, as well as various types of RF interference or other common issues in relating to building wireless networks.